Get your paint on, get your paint on. It's time for get your paint on. Woo, woo, woo. How was that?
Excellent.
I didn't know what to do there, as per usual.
I think you did a great job.
Man, I just grabbed a whole bunch of paintbrushes off my desk, and I grabbed some real beat up ones. We're gonna use them. Whatever. Good morning, everybody. It's Thursday. It's 10 a.m. It's Get Your Paint On time. I'm your host, Dallas Kemp, and we're painting our our winner of our contest for Gorgadra for our FP3 My Monster. And with me today on the mix board is Mr. Lau Lowry. Hello, Lau.
Hey, what's up, Dallas?
Oh, you know, just painting little Gorgadras, you know, like this. Boop, boop, boop. Gorgadra bellies. Boop, boop, boop. Which is some of that paints. So yeah, this is our P3 Get Your Paint On, FP3 My Monster contest winner. And we're just gonna paint it up.
Yeah, and if you weren't here last week, we showed the winning image, the winning coloring contest piece. So we can pop that up again real quick. Also, you might want to take a look at it again if you need to refresh your memory on the reference.
Yeah, probably.
So here it is.
Oh, there he is. Is our chat working?
Yeah.
Okay.
In fact, Riker's Iron said, "Bjar."
Oh, is that new?
Yeah.
I see the old ones. I'm like, fix reptile hounds. I'm like, I'm not doing reptile hounds. You're wrong stream, bro. You're yelling at the wrong dude. Okay, sweet. Hello, Rikers. Rikers has been struggling with his paint schemes for his Terracons when he gets them. And he won't listen to just what I say.
Oh, look, Lucas Bischoff is here today. Hey, Lucas, how you doing? Congratulations on your winning submission.
This is it, my man. I'm painting him right now. I hope that's okay, Lucas. Hope it's okay I'm painting your mini.
Van de Beest asked, did we ever get feedback from the contest winner? I don't think we did, but he's in the house right now, so...
Actually, yes.
Oh, you did?
I've been talking to him off camera, discussing some ideas. I'm going to make him a decorative base. And Lucas pretty much just said, I'm the painter, do what I want. Which, Lau, you know me, I just do what I want anyways. I just loose cannon this stuff anyways. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to use a bunch of wet blending and stuff like that and just start building in some colors on this belly, this little glow, because I want to focus on that glow today. So I'm just going to use a bunch of different colors all mushed around.
So any tips for the watchers out there when you're doing that wet blending? How do you make sure your consistency is right?
I barely water it down. Like I'm really just kind of not watering it down. I used a little water there. It's really just a sense of feel. So you really got to play with it. I was terrible at wet blending for a long time. So it's a lot of practice, but you don't even have to water it down really. You can just kind of blurk it in there. I just want to get some irregular shapes going on with the lighter colors as I go to the middle of the belly.
So you said you used to be bad at wet blending. Did you have like an aha moment, or how did you like?
I don't think I did actually. It was just like I'm still feel like I'm bad at wet blending actually. Like it's just something you practice and learn and do, right? It's like with anything.
Sure. So we've got Lucas Bischoff in the chat. While we have him, Lucas, what was your inspiration for your color scheme? What made you decide to go with those colors?
That's a good question.
Rikers Iron says wet blending is super weird.
I mean, there's multiple ways to go about it. Is like you can put two paints together and then you kind of mush them together with another brush. I'm just really just kind of I'm wanting to pattern this guy, so I'm just using wet paint and applying it to wet paint. See that?
Mm-hmm.
And so that Minoth white highlight and that arcane blue, they start blurring their edges together and they just kind of start mixing and bubbling about. I'm kind of just using the moisture of the brush from rinsing right now. And I'm just really creating some irregular patterning. You can see that, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Let's put a shade over top. There, you can see that irregular patterning.
Mm-hmm.
Riker says, I tend to put my new color down, then place my wet or my blend paint along the edges and swish it. Yeah, that's when you're blending two like colors together. Whereas this, I'm trying to create patterning. So I don't really want them to blend together and create a necessarily blend. I want irregular warbling going on, like, because I want some energy glow going on. So it's not as much about blending as in just letting two colors just kind of smash together and see what happens. Am I making sense? I don't feel like I'm making any damn sense.
I think it makes sense.
So I just kind of, I just want some of that energy patterning. And you can put I'm gonna put some little dots out here and stuff like that. And this is gonna get two brush blended over later. Like, I got a plan here. So see, I'm getting these patterns of light, and then I'll just keep intensifying those.
Yeah. One of the things I struggle with as a painter is I'm always afraid of having like rough blending edges, so that makes me like not push my contrast as much as I should. Like when I really should be bold enough to lay down some sharp color variations and stuff, and then work out how to like make them work together as I go. Like even if it's not perfect, right? Like those variations in highlighting and tone and everything like really make a model pop.
Yeah, and I mean that's the kind of the fear. I mean, I think that was my biggest thing for a long time was the fear of it, right? It's like because you can take two colors that are completely counter to each other, like Minoth white highlight and Thamar black. You can just mash that together and make it work. All right, let's get rid of that right there. All right, I'm gonna let that dry a little bit, and then I'm gonna switch over here to this armor plate. So I'm gonna start the armor plates today too. Did I grab the? Oh man, I just grabbed the wrong brush. Onino J, what is up? Man, I thought I had a grabby brush. Did I not grab a grabby brush? I did not grab a grabby brush.
Wow.
Unprepared. Travis says, I'm finishing my Defender X tonight and likely my last 4 G-Tanks. How many G-Tanks is that, Travis? I do kind of want to do 20 G-Tanks.
They're cool little models.
Oh, I love them so much. So I just took Thamar Black and some beaten purple. Oh, I thinned that way down. That's still way too thin. It's alright, that's part of painting. Screwing up. The best part of painting miniatures is screwing up your things. Alright, that's a little thicker. Frothy Cat, biggest pitfall, wet blending is if you mix complementary colors, you'll end up with grayish colors. Sure, yeah. That's a little color theory there. You don't want to mix those. You want to blend those complementary colors. All right, like I said, this is Thamar Black and beaten purple.
How much black do you put in it?
It's primarily black. It's just a little bit of purple just to add that that touch of warmth to it.
Striker 911 says, Dallas, how has your Alexia project been going?
Really slow. I've been sidelined by a bunch of other projects, which is fine. That's part of life. Still working on finding the perfect plinth for her, actually. So that's been the biggest hurdle.
Mm-hmm.
It's like I want that. You got to find for a project like that. I got to have that perfect plinth. So, but I'm going back home to Missouri next month, and my brother lives on a farm, so I might go tootle about there and see what I can find. Maybe cut my own plinth. Does that sound rugged and outdoorsy?
Yeah. I mean, it depends on what kind of farm it is. Like, is it like a chicken farm? You can make a chicken head plinth?
Chicken head plinth? Dude. There's certain projects that would just work for, right? It's like chicken head plinth, absolutely. Man. You also have to understand how I use the word farm. Like when I just say Missouri, I just mean farm.
It's all farmland.
It's all farmland. Ooh, look at that smooth black purple. Mm-hmm. I don't know. Like that's the thing is like sometimes it's not even what's in my head. It's like what do I want this plinth to be, and then you just kind of know it when you see it.
Mm-hmm.
And I have some plinths at home, and I was just like looking at them, and I put the miniature on it, and I'm just like, this just isn't working. And then a friend of mine was like, well, what are you looking for? And I'm like, this I just don't know. Like, you just know it when you see it sometimes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Striker 911 says, it sounded like we're sending Dallas to a nice farm with wide open fields so he can run and run.
That's true. I've been in the city too long.
Rikers Iron adds, And when the little children ask where he went, to the farm, laddie.
I bought the farm. I mean, it'll be fun, right? Because then I can go out and I can maybe, walk the woods and find like that perfect piece of wood, or and go down to the river and find a piece of driftwood or something,
Mm.
then take it back and cut it myself.
Chaos Gunner says that's a fantastic color scheme. Chaos Gunner, if you're just joining us, we got that color scheme from Lucas Bischoff, and he won the FP3 My Monster coloring contest with this scheme that's on your screen right now.
Hmm.
And Dallas is painting that scheme for the winning entry.
So Lucas is going to get this sent to him when I'm done. I don't promise when it'll be done, Lucas. Lucas might have to go buy a Go Gadget and paint one up for himself to play for a little bit.
And then this one could be his hyperform.
Yeah, that's going to be his hyperphone. Oh, this is boring, isn't it? Look at Dallas painting black.
It is the most exciting of colors.
It's like, dude, you're painting black over black. And I'm like, yeah, kind of I am, ain't I? What's a purple black? It's not primer black. Because I'm going to need that purple here in a little bit, because we're going to start blending with murderous magenta and all kinds of fun stuff.
Some people come to just kind of hang out, but some people come to learn too. So I think like even like for the people who are here to kind of learn and see the whole process, like even the boring stuff is useful, you know.
Yeah, I think there's something to be said about some of these steps like this. This kind of, you know, it's not the sexy step, right?
Mm-hmm.
Um, there's a conversation that happens a lot uh, in the painting world where we talk about the ugly phases and the ugly steps. Um, and it's that part when you're painting a miniature or really anything creative, and it just doesn't look. It's just ugly, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you're just like, ugh, this looks so bad. But that's when everything is happening. Actually, like that's kind of the action. You're setting all your foundations for the future. So I feel like we're kind of not really in an ugly phase right this second, but definitely in that foundational building step. Because I'm just kind of, oh look, I blurred some blues on his belly. Well, I haven't blended anything yet, and now I'm like painting a purple black over a black. Well, that's not really exciting, but I guess I see why you're doing it.
Striker 911 says, "Do you have a favorite L5R mini you're looking forward to painting?" It's kind of like a little bit of a fishing question. But
Oh yeah, he's totally fishing. Um, you know what? I really like the Naga. Um, I will say, in the last version of the card game, I'm a dragon guy. That's all I got.
Sure. Who doesn't like dragons?
What about you? You like samurais, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, hell yeah.
So I'm not. I have to admit, I'm not super versed in the L5R setting. But the first guy we unveiled, that like samurai sword guy, he's super cool. I can't wait to get one.
Oh, Togashi Yakune.
Yeah.
Oh man, the camera's all up in my grill. Yeah, there's some really cool models coming down for the L5R mini crate. I like samurais just in general, so even if I wasn't even if I didn't know anything about L5R, and I'm not even super versed in the lore, um, I would be excited for the miniatures just because I like little samurai miniatures.
Definitely. One of my friends who he lives in Atlanta, so I don't talk to him much anymore. But he kind of texted me out of the blue yesterday. And he was like, "Hey, I just saw Privateer Press is doing something cool with L5R. What's that about?" And I was like, "Oh man, I didn't even know you're into L5R." And he was really excited about the mini crate thing.
Yeah, it's super exciting. Like I said, just samurai miniatures. I'm all in. We can't give too much away yet. If we gave it all away now, we'd have nothing to give away later.
It's true.
Let's go back to our belly. So I'm going to kind of use a second brush, kind of poorly two-brush blend some more intense areas.
Von Heiliger said, "I've been barely listening, and then they say L5R. I got really excited." We just posted for order yesterday the first of the L5R, the Legend of the Five Rings mini crate on mini-crate.com. So if you're interested in L5R, go check it out.
Go check it out. It's Samurais. Boop, boop. Little tail bloops. So this doesn't have to be perfect yet because I'm just establishing that white still. And then what I'm going to do, just so everybody knows, is take some blues and glaze and blend this so it kind of pushes it under the skin.
Yeah.
But I just need to establish the brightness first.
Brenda one says, "I'm holding out hope for an alternate building mini crate for Montauk." That's a really cool idea. I don't know what it is about tiny buildings, but I just freaking love them.
Oh, it's just so much fun, right? I was working on some last night, actually. Another skyscraper, and I know Pagani's working on another industrial complex, and
Oh, and Striker 911 says his wedding is this Saturday. So congratulations from your friends at Privateer Press.
Montauk wedding. Please tell me you're gonna have a Defender X cake.
Right, there should be cake toppers that are like Monster Park. Like the cake itself should be a building,
Oh,
and then the cake toppers should be monsters.
brilliant.
Listen to those sweet sounds of wet blending.
So this is Morrow White.
It's
Okay.
really starting to have like a kind of like a marbly or glassy look to it, like those color variations, like swirls in liquid or something.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I hope this turns out.
I think once you start glazing it, it's going to be awesome.
Yeah. Now I'm gonna start putting in some of these little. I'm gonna put some little crackle kind of.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, let me turn it to the camera.
This is the part I haven't really got over my fear of, like the ugly part, like you were talking about.
Yeah, because right now it's just like it's a mess, and it's like yeah, it kind of is.
It's the part where you're breaking eggs to make an omelet.
Mm-hmm. More down there. Not too much on the bottom. It's gonna be all covered up. A little spot along here, kind of reestablish a smoother line. There we go.
So what are your plans for the scenic base, or is that secret right now?
So that's a good question. I actually have a gargantua at home that I made a scenic base for, and I was just like, I could just break that off and just put this gargantua on. It might have a G tank on it,
Okay.
a little smashed G tank like right here. I'm thinking about using that one. I haven't decided yet. I'm still kind of working on the ideas, but I have a base at home that I made for another Gorgadra, my Gorgadra, and I'm thinking about just using it. And then with the little G tank there, I can actually darken the scene
Mm-hmm.
and put that little blue glow on the side of the G tank from his belly,
Oh, that would be really cool.
right?
Yeah.
Like just a fun little thing. So, kind of thinking this might be enough white crackle. Just kind of fun. All right, I'm going to take Meridius blue. Because I love Meridius blue over Arcane blue. to start working that over his belly. Probably can't see that yet, can you?
The claw is like perfectly placed to block all of that.
Of course.
Lucas Bischoff says he has to leave, and we'll watch the end of the stream later. Thanks for stopping by, and congratulations again for the win.
Now, Lucas, if you have any more ideas, like let me know. But hopefully your guy will be done soon. Soonish. All right. See how that Meridius just works so well.
It's happening now. Starting to look good.
A little bit out there.
So here's a random question for you while you're painting, Dallas. When you're painting, do you always make yourself basically, like, no matter the situation, go for like smooth coats?
No. Like even this isn't super perfectly smooth.
Yeah.
Like everybody worries about smoothness, but really, honestly, it's not. It's not that important. I think certain elements need to be smooth, right? If you're painting marble, it should be pretty smooth, right? But or certain textures, but not everything needs to be perfect smooth. I think that's kind of a old school way of thinking about painting.
Yeah. Because I kind of think about like two-dimensional painting, and you know when people are painting on an oil canvas or something, obviously like there's a lot of texture there, and there's a lot of roughness that isn't even necessarily part of the composition, but it's like an after effect of the work.
Yeah, I think that's kind of gets lost in miniature paint. We've kind of, as miniature painters, become more focused on the technical expertise of creating smooth surfaces and blends, and kind of ignored some other elements of the art. This is definitely not perfectly smooth, and the blends aren't even perfectly smooth, and I'm totally okay with that. I think it adds a lot. Texture is a good thing. Man, you could not see that. I'm light blown out. Hiya! Can you block it? I'm trying to block off some of the light. There you go. You can start seeing it come together. It looks way better in person.
Yeah. Maybe when you're done, we can get Jordan to make a nice photograph of it so that everyone can see how it came out.
Yeah, we'll need to definitely get some pictures. But yeah, I mean, oil paintings have texture, and I mean, canvas paintings have texture. Blends aren't always super smooth in other art forms, but for some reason, miniature painting, as a group, we've decided that the most important thing are these super smooth surfaces and super smooth blends. But that's not how life is. Life is full of textures. Life is full of unsmooth blends.
Yeah. And speaking of like that kind of approach, one of the things that I've always kind of wanted to do, and definitely wanted to see more of, is everyone like everyone paints models as if they're miniature versions of a real thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
But what you don't see a lot of is people painting them in other ways that are like interpretations of playing pieces. And like by that I mean like what if you had like a stone or marble or wood collection of miniatures and they were painted like that, you know?
Right. Oh yeah.
Or if they were painted to look like that kind of style that you see in like the Sin City movie or something, you know? Or some kind of just artistic interpretation of, you know, like working with a 3D canvas that's not trying to replicate
Life.
life. Yeah.
Sorry, I should probably leave this part for later.
the part you can see
The,
it all.
the part you can't see at all. Now he's starting to get a glowy tum tum. Glowy tum tums. That's a terrible villain name.
Chloe Tum Tums.
You, you let them know you were thwarted by glowy tum tums. Glowy tum tums. All right, need to shake up the murderous magentas.
His arch nemesis is antacid.
Antacid.
The shaking sounds amazing on camera, by the way.
Oh yeah,
Just like rattling your microphone.
right here. Cascade. And this is my monster, glowy tum tums. That's his name. I'm gonna put that on the bottom of the base. All right. Glowy Tum Tums by Dallas, 2018. I'm still shaking the paint. It's not that nothing is happening. It's just that something is happening. It's called paint shaking.
They can tell something's happening because of your microphone just like vibrating like crazy.
The rocket choppers are coming. Glowy Tum Tums is here. All right, so I'm gonna have to pop this like this, I think. And we're just gonna start slowly establishing some magenta. I think my murderous magenta is still not shaken properly. Let me fix that real quick. My paints travel a lot, so they go all over the place, and sometimes I forget. You just need to shake and
Bake.
stir the heck out of them sometimes. That's better. Glowy tum tums. Can you bring up that concept art again? Okay, yeah, I need to put a little more purple in that first anyways. Let's do this. Oh my gosh, this claw in the wrong position. Oh yeah, this is gonna look Lisa Frank-rific.
Like an old trapper keeper.
Mm-hmm.
We should photograph it with like geometric shapes in the background. And
Oh
lasers.
yeah. Glowy Tum Tums loves lasers. This, Subtle blend over black. And I'll have to clean up and establish as we go. Gotta turn that model upside down sometimes. Am I right?
That's right. Like Gloria Estefan. Gotta turn it upside down.
Turn that bead around. And so what I'll do is, oh man, there's a hair in it. Ah, man, that's not good. Piss off, ghost. So what I'll do is I'll use purple and murderous magenta and start establishing like very big color. And then work my way into more magenta and then into carnal pink. See, this is just, and then I'll blend that away.
Mm-hmm. So this is a good teaching moment where you had that hair come in and kind of like lift the paint.
Oh yeah.
How do you go back and fix stuff like that?
Just another layer.
Do you wait till it dries first?
Yeah. Screw it. Put a bunch of paint on it. Blend it away. Like it's going to take so many, there's going to be a lot of blending on this color scheme.
Mm-hmm.
So I like how this is going to look, I think.
Yeah. It's going to be rad.
It's going to be radical. Totally radical. Oh my god, we need to switch to a standing desk in this studio. Sitting is too hard.
Dallas is quite the diva.
That's true.
Yeah. I mean, most people would love to be able to sit, but Dallas needs to stand.
I need to stand. You can't see me, I'm too short. This dude is going to be totally rad for the cat. Again, he's so 80s. In the time of radical. Let's do this. I'm breaking all my rules right there with that one.
What rules are you breaking?
I always tell people not to try to do big long blends. Like, don't try to do big long blends. And then I'm just like, I just did a big long blend like a dummy.
So how do you link up a bunch of small blends then?
Let's do it. I knew you were going to make me do it. See, because of the way this color or the way this color palette works, you get that you're getting a real heavy, like bright color down to a really dark color.
Mm-hmm.
I want to slowly establish that. But let's do some coloring here. Let's do some linking up short blends. So let's do a short blend here on this tail because you can see it. So if I did a little short blend. And then I can just go right next to it, apply paint, and then I just bring them together. And I usually wait for that to dry. And then you just connect them up. Works 100% of the time, 50% of the time. I mean, it's just one of those things takes practice,
Right.
right? I mean, that's the fun thing about like learning how to do anything, right? There's all these rules, these fundamentals that you're supposed to follow, right? And then as you learn the rules and the fundamentals, you learn how to break them.
Yeah. It's like the speed limit.
Um, I'm not touching that. You break the law all you want. I'm not going to break the law. I'm totally going to break the law. Chaos Guy says, I'd like to thank you, yellow lighting. It has given me the inspiration on how to paint my planners. Two brush blending blighted gold on the base of boiler black. Ooh. Blighted gold over boiler black. Yeah, it's totally good colors to go together there. See how this is starting to come together on that side? You get that really broken, super see-through blend by going super thin on the blend. I just want to slowly establish that color. There's a lot to do with just the way this particular color concept looks. Like you just want to see a lot of that black through it. So by two brush blending, I can establish a heavy color while still creating that see-through blackness.
Right.
It's just going to take me more layers instead of just blopping it down and just being like boom, one or two coats like I would normally do.
Yeah, you can't just blop it. I just wanted to say you can't just blop it.
You can't blop it.
Van de Beest has a good question. So how would you blend a highlight on a sphere when the highlight is blending down from all directions from the top?
Pie shape. You see this a lot in our Signar Warjacks. So I'll tell a funny story. My first day at Privateer Press, I was nervous, obviously. Having not worked as a professional miniature painter, I was a freelancer. Didn't have, well, I mean, freelancers are professional. Hang on, let me say my words right. In a studio. And freelancing being my only professional painting experience. I walked in and our studio director at the time, Ron Cruzy, was on vacation. And our studio painter at the time, Matt DePietro, who had like 10 years experience, was on vacation. So I was all alone. And there was a note on my desk. And it just said, "Welcome to Privateer Press. Good luck." And there was 2 paintbrushes and a firefly.
That's amazing.
It's just 2 paintbrushes and a firefly. And so the firefly has those. So I think people can start seeing what I'm doing here, right?
Yeah.
You see where I'm establishing those colors to get that neonness.
Yeah.
So, as you know, the fireflies, all those Signar light warjacks have a round shoulder pad, so the light comes straight down onto those. And I was looking at it and I was like, I have no idea how to do this. Like, I'd never done it. I'd never painted like that. And what I figured out was I broke it up. I'm gonna switch this out, and I'm gonna put up a little piece of plastic card. We're gonna do demonstrations. Ooh, that's a lot of weight. Let's do that. So what you do is if you have a circle, you make like a little pie shape, and you come in from this side and you blend that out. and this isn't perfect. And then you do a little blurb over here. You come in and you blend that out. And do a little blurb over here. This is really hard to do because my arms are in really awkward positions. You blend that out. And then you come over here, and obviously you let these dry in between each session, or in between each of these steps. And that's not how you blend. I'm at a weird angle, guys. You have to understand why I'm doing it. And you blend out. This wouldn't be here. This would all be blended away. And then that's how you get that radiating blend. And then you come with a super bright highlight, and you just go boop. So you would take, and you would go a little bit like that, and that's how you get a spherical blend, or a blend on a spherical surface.
There you go. That's really interesting.
That doesn't look proper.
I mean, yeah, obviously,
The concept.
obviously, if you look at that picture, that is the demonstration
That is exactly
of
how
a
you-
blend on a spherical object.
Let me explain how to do a blend on a spherical object on a flat piece of unprimed plastic card while holding my left arm up over my head in front of a camera.
Right. That's the kind of quality content you'll get on Get Your Paint On.
Quality. But yeah, it was just like, good luck, sucker. And I was like, oh, well, I guess I need to figure this out. And the Firefly is now in the case. What I love about that second brush, that clean brush, is, man, you can push the line, get that nice sharp line. These are purple too, aren't they?
Let's go back to the concept.
Oh yeah, okay, cool. Yeah. Oh man, these colors work so good together.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, I'm really excited to see how the glows start coming in, like the vents on his armor plates.
Yeah, I already got my recipe picked out on what I want to do for that too. So super excited to throw that one on there.
Rabbit Monkey says, my cat just noticed the stream and he's very interested in what you're doing. That's awesome. We've been trying to hit the cat demographic, so good to get feedback like that. That is excellent.
Yeah, if you could go ahead and ask him, like, what is he really enjoying on this?
Yeah, like what specifically does your cat like about the stream? Because we're really trying to hone that in.
Well, cats and otters and raccoons.
Right. If any of you have cats and otters and raccoons who enjoy our stream, please let us know what they enjoy about it.
Or just send me pictures of otters and raccoons.
I mean, dogs too, if we're putting out our animals that we want to watch the stream.
And doggos.
And doggos.
Absolutely. The three most majestic animals in the world is the otter, the raccoon, and the doggo. Followed very closely by baby ducks. Because I don't know if you've ever held a baby duck. You can literally not be mad when you are holding a baby duck. Like, you could be holding a baby duck and somebody can steal your brand new car and you'd be like, that's cool. I got a baby duck.
What if the duck poops in your hand?
It's a baby duck poop. It can't hurt. It's just a baby duck poop. Oh, I think this guy's coming together
I think
slowly.
he is. Yeah, you're starting to see the vision.
In my eyes with that double vision. Oh, the most awkward to blend. That was complex. Stressful. Alright. So everybody can see that. I'm going to go back to the belly for a moment. We're going to go to coal black, because you need coal black. After a good hearty dose of arcane blue, meridius blue, you really need that coal black in there.
Coal black brings everything together.
They were just made for each other. I was made for coal black, baby. You were made for beaten purple. Murderous magenta is both of our favorite colors when we paint the miniatures. Alright, I'm just putting a very little bit of coal black just around the edges of his tum-tum. Glowy tum-tums. God, what a fantastic name.
I feel like we need to flesh out the world of glowy tum-tums.
Yeah, what is his day like?
Yeah.
Answers we've all been waiting for and we just didn't know. I guess questions we've all been waiting for and we didn't know. What this also does is it ties to that coal black that's in the skin. So you get that little blade of coal black from the leg here going into the skin so it looks more like it's as glowy fleshes. And we might add some Signar blue base into the belly as well, just to tie it into that too.
And you know, Jay says, glowy tum-tums is the lesser war beast to Chuck Dogwood. I see where you're going with that, but I'm pretty sure Chuck Dogwood and glowy tum-tums exist in different universes.
Chuck Dogwood. No way. Hashtag just say no to Chuck.
Rutgers Iron says there's probably a lot of pocket watch swinging, and that sounds about right for glowy tum-tums.
The visual on that just really got me there. Sorry. It's just like, because Glowy Tum-Tums in my head is still just Gorgadra, just with a fedora. He's like, they'll never know it's me. I'm Glowy Tum-Tums. Dun, dun, dun. A mild-mannered monster by day.
It's Gorgadra with a fedora and like a curly mustache.
Yeah. By day, he's just your average monster. By night, Kingpin. He's like, I rule these streets. Glowy Tum-Tums, that's a name they fear. They don't take me serious. I'll show them how serious I am. I added a little Signar blue highlight into that cold black, and I'm now just kind of putting a little bit of that into the belly to bring that uh, that tone into the skin, so it looks like a skin a little bit more. Just kind of erratically placing that and blending it away.
That damn claw right in the way.
It's right in the way. We need to design miniatures that are made for video production.
Or we need to get a elaborate multi-camera setup over here.
With a little switcher.
Mm-hmm. A little remote controlled camera action as well, so we can pan and tilt and zoom.
Oh man. And one that's not in my face.
Right. Actually, one of the cameras should just be strapped to your head.
I keep suggesting that, and everybody keeps saying it'll just make people puke.
It might, but I mean,
It's a risk
worth
we're
a
willing
shot.
to take.
Yeah. Let's see what happens.
All right, gang, guess what? We're taking a ride. Oh, Recordine has new PowerTech strut. I like it. I'm not going to paint the underside of his tail because I got to flip him upside down. So, I mean, I'm not going to paint it on stream. I'll put some more highlights in his skin. Look at that leg. The bros never skip leg day. Holy cow, it's been an hour. Can you believe that?
Yeah. I mean, time flies when you're having fun.
So they say. Or so I've been told.
But you got a lot done in this session. It's come a long way from basically doing all the colors to the stomach and starting to lay down some of those magentas on the armor.
Yeah, and it's just to let people see kind of what we're doing. But I think that bioluminescent belly, like you can really see it from here, right? Like in real life, we'll take pictures of it. As a matter of fact, we'll take a picture of it right now. Watch this. We're gonna do it. Nobody wants Dallas vision, my man. I'm gonna take a picture of it. Boop. Watch this. This is gonna go live. We're gonna do this live. Right?
It's like live Inception.
Liveception. I'm gonna post it in War Machine. No, in the Monster Apocalypse group. I'm just gonna put it right in the Monster Apocalypse Facebook group. I'm gonna do it.
Or
Right.
Dodger's slowly leaning back.
He's taking a nap. Fatty Tum Tums is tired.
There he goes again. He's got a mind of his own.
Boop. All right, there you go. I'll get even better picture later.
All right.
I
Well,
went straight to Facebook.
that's probably a good point to call it a wrap for today.
Yeah, this is coming along. I'm really liking the color scheme. It's been a lot of fun to work on and paint. I was a little nervous about the glow, but once I put that coal black in there and added that little touch of Signar blue highlight and just kind of freeformed it, like I think that belly glow is starting to work.
It just goes to show that sometimes you gotta add some darkness to make it look more glowy.
It's the darkness that makes us light up.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's inspirational, and it makes so much sense. I'm gonna add that to my Inktober today. Kind of that concept. It's the darkness that makes the light in us shine brighter.
There you go.
That's it. All right, gang, thanks for joining us. This has been Get Your Paint On. And remember, every Thursday is Get Your Paint On Day, where we sit and talk and philosophize and end on positive notes for motivational, inspirational, perspirational. um, and every Tuesday is the weekly Rumble, where the Privateer Press staff gets together and throw down on some sweet gaming. This week was Pagani and Oz played Monpok.
That's correct.
Right on. Every Wednesday at 10 a.m. is the dev chat hangout where the dev team get together and talk about development stuff, math and Hunger Math and Math Gani.
Right.
So join in for that. And then occasionally on Fridays, you're going to get the live, what's it called again? Primecast Live.
Yeah, Primecast Live on, I think it's on typically first Fridays of the month, right?
So is it tomorrow? Do they get one tomorrow?
Maybe.
Maybe. We need to find out.
Yes.
So until next time, everybody, Fatty Tum Tum says, see ya around, kids. Like,
night,
he's so
everybody.
glowy, so purple glowy. Bye, Lyle. See
Goodbye.
ya, everybody. Bye.